Feeling it in, you know what I'm saying, yo! Forge Gang, back in action. Forge Gang party. Let's go with a little shimmy, oh! It's time to get hard, time to get the grins on, time to get ready, it's time to go. No popular culture, it's about to blow. It's time to get right with God, bro. It's beginning it, let's go. Hello there, everybody. And looks like there is some bad connectivity issues here. Let me check and make sure that my connectivity is going right so that we can get into the grid of this. This is bad, man. Feeling it in, you know what I'm saying. Forge Gang, back in action. Forge Gang party. Let's go with a little shimmy, oh! It's time to get hard, time to get the grins on, time to get ready, it's time to go. No popular culture, it's... Okay, I'm afraid that this is probably as good as it's going to be at this point. I don't know how to fix the connectivity, man. Alright, so I want to get down to the point about some of the mistakes I made with inherently Pelagian. The idea that you can do these good works and go to heaven is bad. Okay, so I want to get that right. Who was that guy? C.C. Woodward? Yeah, Pelagius taught that it was not sufficient for a person to call themselves Christian and follow the commandments of Scripture. It was inherently moral and essential to do good. That's Pelagianism, all right. There's a reason why it was condemned as a heresy in the early Augustinian church. Dude, I'm about to get a different internet provider. This isn't working, dude. This is $85 to do this kind of stuff. But anyways, yeah, good works do not get a man into heaven. You have to be saved and you have to come to Christ. And it is pre-conditional, unconditional grace. Okay, what is let's see here. Yeah, you are saved by grace, by faith alone. I think that this is the terminology we're trying to look at. I might have to... Oh, bro. PPP is a weird guy, isn't he, dude? PPP is a weirdo. I keep cutting in and out, dude. I'm trying to make a fucking correction of stuff. You know what? Maybe I'll take this to Trovo. You know, I know that people ain't going to notice me on Trovo, but I might try this on Trovo. Look, if Trovo is easier to stream, then, you know, I'm streaming on Trovo, man. YouTube is just getting really bad with this stuff, bro. I tell you what. I'm going to play this Batotai drip, baby. Let's go. Japanese Batotai drip. predestination and unconditional grace. I don't believe in free will. Yeah, let me find this here. But yeah, when you come to Jesus Christ, you are in servitude. You are in servitude of Jesus Christ, and the Bible does allow slavery. I'm concerned about this crap with YouTube, bro. I might just start a YouTube stream simply to tell people to go to Trovo, and then just live stream on Trovo. Daniel 4:34-35. And at the end of the days, I, Nebuchadnezzar, lifted up mine eyes unto heaven, and mine understanding returned unto me, and I blessed the Most High, and I praised and honored him that liveth forever, whose dominion is an everlasting dominion, and his kingdom is from. Okay, so the basic point is that God is a ruling sovereign. He is the complete, absolute sovereign over all things, right? So this idea that, you know, you must have water baptism, yes, but you have to do it in faith. You must be saved before you can have any kind of a baptism. So you have to be saved before you can come into the actual church. You can't just be baptized and never be saved and expect to go to heaven. That's not how it works. Any more so than if you try to do good works, you know, it's not going to work. So, yeah. I made a few mistakes with Drunken Surfer. That stuff with Mormon Shaggy got a little bit out of hand, actually. But some mistakes were made on my own part with Drunken Surfer. I got a little bit off there. I have to correct myself, you know, I have to make these corrections. Dude. You know, it's funny, but it really does seem that Germans have always been really turned off by slavery. Some mistakes were made on my own part with Drunken Surfer. I got a little bit off there. I have to... Anyways, dude, I was reading this thing on Occidental Descent about Southern racial attitudes just before the American Revolution, and really even during the American Revolution. And right there was like this Hessian soldier that was saying how horrible it was, how horrible slavery was. You know, I don't know what the deal is, but for some reason, Germans just never really became accustomed to slavery. I guess they saw it as a Spanish and Anglo institution primarily, but yeah. I had to correct some of the stuff. Also, I'm not a neo-feudalist. Not really a socialist either. I just basically follow the idea that I follow the idea that an enslaved, biblically based society is superior. If nothing happens to OBS, the stream will continue. But yeah, obviously we live in a very different society from obviously we live in a very different society as it is from the 19th century. So, you know, we can't always just say, you know, this thing or that thing is the same, right? But yeah. I think I need to kind of clarify a little bit about the slavery. We live in a very different... Yeah, I can't believe I'm still live streaming, but at the same time, I'm logged out of my account. I don't know how that works. Yeah, here it is. Sociology for the South or the failure. Even Northerners had black slaves. Pennsylvania was the first colony to get rid of slavery. at least for a while. Well, I mean, indefinitely. Not much long after the Revolutionary War began. It's just a fact of history. There were slaves that were owned. And what gets me about the anti-slavery crowd is they always fail to bring up the colonization policy of Abraham Lincoln and Charles Sumner. Like Sumner and Lincoln and all these other guys, they pretty much wanted to colonize or open a colonization for the blacks. Alright, so yeah, I forgot that it was called Sociology of the South, the Failure of a Free Society. I was going to try to talk more in depth about that with Euros, but I guess I wasn't able to. I just didn't have the time to do it. I also didn't really clarify very much about my standing with libertarianism. I mean, Southern libertarianism is quite different from Northern libertarianism anyway, so it's one of those things to talk about.